Hey, what's going on, everybody on YouTube? Steve here with Raiken Profit over at RaikenProfit.com. Coming back to you with another video. And in today's video, I'm going to share with you an Amazon sales update. I'm going to share with you 10 items that I've sold within my Amazon FBA business over about the last 10 days or so. So without further ado, let's dive into this video and talk about these items that I've sold. First item right here that I sold is a 17.3-inch laptop rolling case, and this was actually a really cool garage sale find. Was garage sailing with my mom, aka Mama Profits, about 2 weekends ago, and it was getting later in the day. I think it was past noon, and we ended up stopping at this large. It wasn't even a garage sale; it was kind of like a church sale, and it was later in the day. And my expectations weren't super high because, as you guys know, a lot of the good deals do get scooped up 9, 10 in the morning, sometimes even earlier than that, depending on where you live in the country. So my expectations weren't super high, but I went into this sale, this garage sale, church sale, whatever you want to call it, and found this case. And it was a laptop case, a rolling laptop case, 17 inches, brand new. It actually had tags on it, and luckily, I took the time about 6 months ago to get approved in luggage on Amazon, and it paid off big time. I scanned it; it was selling for $59.99. I sent it in, and bada bing, bada boom, sold that within a day. It was an oversized item, so I had to send it off by itself. So it was about $5 shipping. Cost $5 to buy. So when all said and done, I probably made somewhere around, I don't know, 25 or 30 bucks profit, but definitely an awesome little sale right there. So make sure you take the time to get approved in luggage, clothing, groceries, all those, which that's even a category I'm not uh, ungated in yet. But take the time to get ungated in categories because it could pay off big time. Next item that sold is this is actually a TV wall mount, and I believe I picked this thing up like 7 or 8 months ago. This thing's definitely been sitting in my inventory for a while. I want to say I picked this up when I was on my 90-day trip, my road trip earlier on. I'm not sure where I was. I think I was in Baltimore. I mean, this was months and months ago, and I want to say I paid $10. I did sell this for 69.99 recently, and there's going to be a good amount of fees that get taken out because it is an oversized item. It's really heavy, but did pretty well right there. Keep your eye out for items like this, wall mounts. I've sold several of them in the past. Just make sure to look them up on eBay, or if you're selling on Amazon, look them up there, or scan the barcode. You'd be surprised what some of these items can actually go for. Next item that sold is another garage sale item that I picked up about 2 weekends ago, and I paid $3 for this item. It was brand new in the box. The girl that was at the garage sale and her boyfriend, they were asking $5 for it. I said, "Would you take three?" They said yes. So I ended up popping on this, sent it in, and this sold within, I believe, a week. Once I sent it in, sold fairly quick, and I don't think it had the greatest sales rank. I'm double checking right now. Okay, it was a decent sales rank, 79,000 in electronics, definitely a pretty good rank right there. But when I scanned it, I didn't think that it had the best rank, but I said, you want to know what? It's brand new in the box. Even though it's older, these things still can sell. And there wasn't a ton of people selling it, but sold it for 19 bucks and change, and paid three. So definitely made some good money right there. So don't discriminate if it's an older electronic item that could still definitely sell. Next up is another older electronic type item. This is a Sony cassette recorder, and I ended up selling two of these. I sold these for I want to say $33 each, and I find these items all the time when I'm out at pawn shops, thrift stores. Um, they're really all over the place. Again, with any type of electronic item, I don't care if it's a micro cassette or if it's a recorder, anything electronic, calculators, you want to test them out. If you can, bring some batteries with you so you can test them out at the store, so you don't have to buy them, bring them home, and return them if they don't work, because that's not a very good use of your time. But this thing was working great. Sent it in and sold. As you guys know, as of late, Amazon has been restricting a lot of brands, so that includes Microsoft, Sony, Nikon. Those are three brands that recently have gotten restricted. But To give you some of the latest news, I have been seeing some of these items open up again under used, kind of like the Logitech brand. If you guys are selling on Amazon and you've tried to sell Logitech in the past, the Logitech brand, you've noticed that they don't allow you to sell it new, but they do allow you to sell it used. I have been noticing that that's been happening over the last day or so with items like Sony, Nikon, and whatnot. So keep your ears open to the changes that are probably going to be coming over the next few days and weeks because you may be able to sell these items again. Next item that's sold is a Tiger Woods PGA Tour, if I can pronounce that, PGA Tour 14 PlayStation 3 game. Sold this for $18. Did pop on this at a pawn shop for I want to say I paid $2 for this, so that sold for 18 bucks. Make sure to scan your items. This is a really good game to be on the lookout for. Next item that sold is a good old textbook. Gotta love textbooks. This thing got me excited when I initially saw it because I mean it was just a big bulky book. It was in great condition. It was somewhat current, and I've always done really well with chemistry books. Anything with chemistry or physics or math or psychology, those are all really good topics to be on the lookout for. Sold that for 40 bucks and change. Next up is this Canon PowerShot SX 520. If you guys have been following me for a while, you know that I love selling the Canon PowerShot line. There's a lot of money to be made in this line. There's a whole bunch of different models, so you're going to definitely want to do your research. But the SX520 does well. The PowerShot ELPH 110, 140, 160. I mean, there's a whole array of these models that do really well, but do your research on this. I think I sold this for 170 bucks. Not sure what I paid for it, but definitely turned a profit there. Next up is this item, Star Wars Collector's Series, Princess Leia. Or Leia, I'm not sure. I'm not a big Star Wars fan, but I popped on this at a garage sale. The guy had a whole bunch of these items. There were different characters and whatnot, but he wanted too much for the other ones. But I popped on this for 10 bucks. It was brand new in the box, but I sold it as used like new because the box had a little damage. And as you guys know, when you sell items on Amazon, if you're gonna sell it as new, Amazon's terms of service says that it has to be gift ready or gift deliverable. So it means it has to look like it came straight from the store floor. There's no damage or anything like that. So I sold it as used just to play it safe, but sold that for $41. Next up is a Nintendo 64 controller. I want to say I paid $7.50 for this, alongside with a yellow color one as well from a pawn shop that I picked up a while ago. Sold that for $29. So definitely made some good money there. Keep your eye out for the Nintendo 64 controllers. They do really, really well. They are going to go for different prices based on the color, so make sure to do your research there. And the 10th and last item that I sold is an item that I've talked about before in the past. Again, this is an awesome brand, Plantronics. There's a whole bunch of different makes and models. You just want to test these things out, make sure they work, make sure they're in good condition, make sure that the actual headset, the material that goes over the input area that goes on your ear. Make sure it's not all torn up. That's one issue that I've seen before in the past. But sold this for $44.99 and popped on that for $5. So be sure to be on the lookout for these headsets, whether they're Plantronics or Logitech. Again, Logitech, you're going to have to sell that used. There's a lot of different makes and models, but this one did really well. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this Amazon sales update. There's a lot of money to be made out there, guys, and there's so many products that you can buy and sell. And there's so many locations you can go to pick them up. I mean, if you're not doing well at garage sales, maybe you could check out flea markets. If you're not doing well at flea markets, check out the garage sales or the pawn shops. If you're not doing well over there, try thrift shops. Personally myself, it's hit or miss at a lot of these places. It really changes up from time to time. So that's why I like to source from a wide array of locations, pawn shops, thrift stores, garage sales, book sales, retail stores. There's so many locations, and that doesn't even encompass online arbitrage. There's so many ways to source these items, guys. So go out there, make it happen. Today's the day to make it count. Keep on picking and making that money, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.